Computer, start recording. Well, we're back on Weldry for two reasons. First one is the briefing, and to put it in one sentence, we're screwed. Victoria Espinosa was liberated by the Taurians, and the Taurians seem to see the Directorate as an iron wall towards the Federated Suns, which they blame for a recent chemical attack on one of their colonies near the Directorate border. But Lady Anna Maria Centrella thinks that it's not a very firm alliance, more out of a necessity than common ground, and she's looking how to undermine it. Thing is that the Restoration is barely holding a front line, and that leads us for a second reason we're here. A pirate organization here on Weldry captured a military base, most likely to get on the Directorate's good side. So, first thing we need to do is take care of the pirates. I told Kamea and the late Lord Carosas not to keep Espinosa locked up. You don't do that with VIP prisoners if you know what's good for you. But what do I know? I'm just a mercenary. No use getting worked up about that now anymore, I guess. Now I have to deal with this fallout. Computer, stop recording. Computer, start recording. Well, the pirates were not too hard to take care of, luckily. But they did manage to expose a flaw in my Banshee build. For it to be effective, it needs to be pushed right in the middle of enemy fire with next to no support. And even for an assault class mech, that is a tall order. Medusa did earn himself a mild concussion trying to do just that. By the looks of it, he'll be out of commission for a week or two. Well, now that that problem is solved, we're off to Bring Dan, where we have to hunt down a Taurian ace pilot. And there are two parts of that sentence that scare me. Taurian implies the Op4 will be well equipped and well trained altogether. And ace means that this singular person caused enough trouble for the Restoration to order a hit on him. Computer, stop recording. Computer, start recording. Well, we're approaching Bring Them now, and I'm lucky I didn't lose a pilot on this trip. It seems that Medusa had more than just a mild concussion. A few hours ago I stumbled on him in medbay pestering a doctor about his abdominal pain. The doctor convinced me that he already did a double check and that Medusa is over dramatizing, but I never knew a mech warrior to be theatrical like that, so I demanded a re-examination. It ended up being a ruptured appendix, and this is a problem because it puts Medusa out of commission for a few days longer, and the thing is that I planned on sending him out on the next mission. Guess I'll have to make do. Computer, start recording. Well, we're finally in the orbit of Bring Dam, and yesterday we immediately found something good on the market. Just enough parts to put together another Stalker assault mech. This one me and Yang decided to build as an artillery piece, delivering some 60 to 80 rockets at once. Moderate damage with very high chance of knocking an Op4 mech over. Well, now I have the plan for the drop. Unfortunately, I only have 4 pilots ready, which is bad considering that both me and Decker are out of commission because of some fucking stomach bug or something. I'll try and keep Overwatch from the orbit, but I'll have to put Behemoth in command of the mission, because she's the only one with commanding experience. Panzer will be second in command, because she can be unnaturally level-headed at times. Glitch and Archangel are capable pilots, but Glitch is erratic. It serves her well with piloting, but it's not a good trait for a commander. And Archangel is still not fully integrated into team play. His gladiatorial tendencies still resurface from time to time. Computer, stop recording. Computer, start recording. Well, Behemoth did have to punch out, but luckily at the mid-battle Panzer took up the torch and finished the mission. I was close to pulling a plug on it, but in the end, Panzer's level-headedness did pull through majorly. Might have to think of giving her a few more command missions. Never hurts to have options. This morning, Decker came to my office asking me to order Medusa to stop pestering him. It seems Medusa thinks that the fact Decker is noble means he has connections in all part of the galaxy. In reality, he is much like me, a son of a petty noble with next to no influence. We're basically from civilian families that scrounged up enough resources to buy a mech. I asked to speak to Medusa about that idea, in case it's something useful, but from the rough sketches I saw him bring, I could immediately see that he forgot a few very important things when it comes to engineering. It did bring him down a bit, but in the end, he is a pilot, not a mech technician. While that was going on, we also had a drop to secure a Starlink assembly facility that Torians took over. Luckily, they had managed to reinforce their positions, so the same team from yesterday took them out with ease. Glitch did break her arm though. Shit happens even on the lightest missions, it's all a roll of a dice. Luckily Decker and me are back in action, so we can have more experienced commanders on the ground from now on. I don't think Behemoth will mind, because she never was one to take charge unless she absolutely had to. Even the missions where I put her in charge in the past, she did them, she didn't complain, but they were not her favorite missions. That much is certain. Computer, stop recording. Computer, start recording. Well, the last few days went fine. First we had to hunt down a pirate trying to sell info to the Directorate, and after that we had to destroy 2 Directorate mechs that landed on a planet and caused havoc. That was a bit more interesting mission because Marik Militia Lance was also tasked on taking out the duo, but unfortunately they were not open for any kind of negotiations, and it was pretty much a 3-way fight. I just hope that this doesn't happen to earn us too many enemies in the Free Worlds League. After the mission we did receive a notice from local pirates. They want no business with us anymore, and they warn us not to cross them again, basically. Thing is, pirates do pay good, but I very much dislike them, even though I do have 2 former pirates in my crew. We also decided to hook up the training modules for a couple of hours every day, on request of a couple of pilots. Unfortunately we can't keep them running constantly, considering they're all busted up and drain way too much power for the worth. We will have to fix that in the future, but right now We are nearing Smithen, and from the chatter I'm getting from the restoration army, it's gonna be a hell of a ride. 13:04. We arrived on Smarten a few moments ago and we are readying for the drop. We already boarded the Leopard and are just waiting for Samir to do final checkups before we're off. Note to all pilots on this mission. The Taurians appear to be scorching the entire planet, leveling cities, blowing up supply depots and civilian shelters. Do not expect any mercy and do not show any. Our job is to secure the evacuation and everyone in our way needs to die. We have reports of 10 OPFOR mechs in our sector, so stay vigilant. 13:07, touchdown and we're already under fire. Everybody draw the fire on you. Do not give them time to focus on the fuel depot. Glitch, hang to the back and pester whoever gets too close with rockets. 13:09, enemy on the right flank, Decker cover it. 13:10, Archangel, left flank. 13:13, first dropship departed. 2 to go people. 13:17, second dropship is off. OPFOR has 5 out of 10 mechs left standing. 13:20, all the dropships are cleared, now let's deal with these. 13:30, we're off the planet. Apparently our arrival started a second wind for the restoration forces on the ground, and our defense of the spaceport proved that the Taurians aren't indestructible. I guess that means the front line is stabilized for the moment. Now Lady Centrella seems to have found us the next step as well, liberating Lady Gallas from Itram. Gallas were very buddy-buddy with the directorates in the early days, but apparently they fell out of grace with Espinosas. This technically makes them turncoats, which I'm not happy to deal with, but it's not like we have much options. The Taurians are keeping us at bay with 1 or 2 fleets they have in the system, and they have dozens. Directorate is also supported by the Taurians, and we only control a handful of systems, so yeah, as I said, not much of a choice. Well, while we were waiting for the details, me and Yang decided to rebuild the Banshee. We concluded that taking out the jump jets would allow for a few more medium lasers and heat vents. It won't be as fast as before, it would still be more useful. We also stripped some armor from the artillery stalker, so we could put some more heat sinks on that as well. That thing was running hot all the time. Still, now we have to wait until the turncoat provide us info. Well, shit! Computer, stop recording.